Welcome back to the beautiful community. We're going to be doing something a little different over the course of the next few weeks. We're actually going to be collecting and sharing stories and testimonies from women all over the world who have either read my beautiful book or been a part of a beautiful small group which does the beautiful series, the small group series. And one of the reasons why we're doing this is because Jalan and I realized that there's so many of you that follow the beautiful community that really don't know the story behind it and why this all began. And so kind of jumping back a number of years, well over a decade ago, I found myself speaking at a lot of women's meetings and women's conferences, things like that, and I would share parts of my story. And women would come up to me afterwards and they'd say, "Oh man, I wish I had a friend here tonight because she really needs to hear this. Do you have it written down anywhere? Is it recorded?" And I was like, "No, not really." But then not much later, I found myself on bed rest with my second child and awake a lot in the night. And I thought, well, maybe I could use this time to write. So I just began to write this simple book that really just kind of focuses on the parts of my story that I would share, and I called it Beautiful. And so that came out for a couple of years, and then women were coming to me saying, "We want more, like, could you make it into a series and we could do it with other women and go into each area deeper?" And I thought, yeah, I guess I could do that. So I started praying about that, and one thing led to another, and a couple years after that, now we had this beautiful small group series with a daily devotional and DVDs and a leader's guide where women could come together for weeks at a time and journey together through this series. And I need you to know that Beautiful, the book and the series, it's not about us focusing on ourselves or how awesome we are. Like the point of the book, one of the things that I say is true beauty never comes with our eyes on ourselves. And that is really the premise of the entire series is allowing us, yes, to go back to the past and allow God to heal our hearts in the past. But it's not so that we can all get together and share our sob stories, but it's so that we can come together and find Jesus and how precious He is in the midst of our pain and allow Him to heal us. Because so often the trauma of the past becomes this lens that we filter everything through, right? And everything that we process through our pain. And that's never how God wanted it to be. And the thing about your own story is nobody can take your own story. And so when I share these things through the series and in the book, it's because it's my story. And I know firsthand that Jesus can heal us from the things of the past where never again do we process life through those things. But then also so often that happens when we have these traumas and these pains in our past is we begin behaviors, often addictive cycles and self-hate and different things. For me, it was 12 years of self-hate and eating disorders. And even though God had healed so much of the pain in my heart, I had to learn to walk free from those behaviors. But I found that freedom in Christ. I found that freedom in some major revelations that He gave me on the way that I was seeing Him and the way that I was seeing my life. Because the devil will lie to you and tell you that you can never be free from certain things, but it's not the truth. And I know it's not the truth because I've lived my story and I've seen Him set me free. But even more so than that, the beautiful book and the beautiful series is about living this one life, really truly living this one life God has given you to live, turning your eyes outward, pouring your life out to others, and truly living beautifully. And so I encourage you, if anything I've said has resonated with you in any way, if you haven't read the book, go get it. You can get it at theignitionpoint.org. You can click on the Facebook page and go to the Shop Now button. Go read the book. But some of you I know listening to this video, you're going to want to lead a beautiful small group. You're going to want to journey with other women through 8 weeks, and it's exciting. And we're going to share the stories of women who have done that. So go on the website, theignitionpoint.org, and download for free the Leader's Guide and look through it. See if it's something that you want to do. Because I encourage you, as you're willing to step out and bring other women alongside of you, not only are you going to just increase the story that your life is telling, but you're going to create an opportunity for other women to do the same.